Hey guys, so in our first video, Temptations and Destinations, we talked a little bit about how God has planted a seed of passion in you that can only be fulfilled through you and through no one else. We talked a little bit about the comparison between Adam and Eve in Genesis 3 and Jesus in the Gospels, and how both were tempted, but how Jesus was able to succumb to the Word of God and stand firmly in the Word to get past his temptation and roll straight through to his destination. We talked a little bit about some things of the devil and what he'll do to hold you back. In this video, we're going to go a little bit further. I've entitled this video, "The Battle for Your Salvation is Not the Same as the Battle for Your Calling." And we're going to take a little bit deeper of a dive than we did with the first video. I'm hopefully going to give you some pointers and some tips on how to get to the next stage of your life, which is diving deeper into that divine purpose that God has breathed into you. What I want to talk to you about today is the battle of our salvation is different than the battle of our calling. You see, the battle of our salvation is what gets us to heaven, and that battle was won at the cross when Jesus Christ was crucified and risen. The battle of our calling is us trying to seek out and live the purpose that God has for us on this earth. It's discovering our passion and running after it and getting there. However, a lot of us don't do that because it revolves conflict, and some of us are afraid of conflict. We would rather rest in the comfort of complacency because that means we're safe. In all actuality, in our purpose, in finding our purpose, the Bible tells us to resist the devil and he will flee from us. That word resist is actually a Greek military term, and that really denotes the fact that there will be conflict as we're seeking out our purpose. You see, as we're chasing after God, the devil's also going to be chasing after us to try to hold us in a state of complacency, because he knows that once we resist him, he's got to go. We will get closer to our goal of glorifying Christ through living out our passion. You see, we should never let the seed of passion within us that is dying to grow, we should never let that seed be watered down by doubt. Rather, we should keep in mind that God has it in his heart and in his mind to change us as we go. You see, God will give us what we need when we need it, but not if we're sitting still. So what are you chasing after today that you're stopping back from? Because every time you try to move forwards, you have a seed of doubt in your mind that's watering down your passion and just drowning it out. What is it that's holding you back today? And have you ever thought about the fact that God will supply you as you move? As you move, God will supply you. What are you holding back on? Know that the battle for your salvation is different than the battle of your calling. You see, life is more than about just going to heaven. It's about living out your divine purpose on earth.